Hey, what's up, guys? Gangster Jeweler here. So today we're going to be working on a ring that comes to us from Value Pawn, and we are going to be sizing this bad boy from 8.5 to an 8. At least that's what they say. But according to my manual, it's more like we're 8.25 to an 8. So we're only going like a quarter size down. And you can see, don't look like we're going too far. So this should hopefully be a fairly simple sizing, an uneventful one, hopefully. But with, you never know. Sometimes you get surprised. I'm thinking the only issue we could have is this is a ladies ring, and normally ladies rings come standard in 7, but this has been sized to an 8.25, so this probably has been sized before. So the only issue I could see is if we got some easy solder that was used on here, and we go to put our hard solder on, and a piece blows out on us. Which, if that's the case, that's fine, but just makes things a little more interesting, to say the least. But let's hope we don't have to do that today. Let's just hope. So let's go ahead and first thing to do, make sure all your stones are there. Because I can't tell you how many times I've gotten rings from places and there'd be stones already missing. Like, what in the world? We're all there, so that's good. They're all diamonds, so we're not worried about really putting it in water. So we're going to say about a quarter size down. So let's go ahead and put our wedge in here. And we're going to go ahead and mark. So we're going a quarter size down. So we're going to go ahead and mark a quarter size. And we're just going to rake this across like this. I'm just going to rake that across. You can see we got two lines there. Right there. And that's where we're going to cut it at. Now I am almost positive this has been sized before, so we're going to see if a piece blows out on us. If they used hard solder, we won't have a problem. If they used medium or easy, we might have a piece blow out on us. But if that's the case, we'll get that straight, no problem. But we are going to go ahead and cut here and cut here, right there. Okay, and we got that little piece. That does not want to come out for whatever reason. Come on. When all else fails, push her out. Come on. There you go. Let's see here. Alright, so we got that piece out. Now what we need to do is we need to even these sides out, but the shank is too close together, so we need to open it up a little bit. So let's open it up. We want to do that on both sides. We need there to be a little bit of a gap so that we can file the sides down. There we go. So there you can see got that open. So let's go ahead and file these sides down. Go ahead and put ourselves a cutting disc on here. And if you guys would stay tuned for another video, I should have another video coming up. This one probably be this one's going to be a different one because it's a silver ring. It's coming from Etsy it's coming from Texas on Etsy, and it's a silver ring that I'm going to have to put a whole new shank on. So that is going to be interesting. Now, in one of my other videos, I talked to you guys about rhodium plating and how I like white gold naturally polished. See, this has a little bit of rhodium plating on it. It's a little scratched, but the shine, for some reason, the shine just is not the same as when it's shined in its natural form. Which you guys will see that in the end of the video. And most of the people that I deal with, when I show them the difference, they like the naturally polished white gold versus the rhodium, because like I said, it doesn't last. I mean, it lasts a while. It's not like yellow gold plating. Yellow gold plating doesn't last worth a darn. I don't even recommend yellow gold plating really, because it wears a lot faster. Rhodium is harder. It does last longer, but it still wears off over time. But I want you to kind of look at it now and then take a look at it later on at the end of the video, because there's a very stark difference in how they look, or how it looks. But we got that filed down, so let's go ahead. What we need to do now is we need to get these ends to meet together. So we're going to use our special little crimpers here. Now, the sides are a little hollow, so we're going to try to bend from here to there. We're not going to try to do from the actual side here. But we're just going to close her in. Sorry, guys. Okay. Looks like we are pretty good here. Let's lower that down a little bit. There we go, we're flush. So we are flush there. Let's go ahead and solder this bad boy. Now, before we worked on it, I noticed this pit right here. We're going to try to get that out of there too when we clean it up. But let's go ahead and get this thing set up to solder. Let's dip it in our boric acid denatured alcohol. And let's set this bad boy on fire. Been putting fire to people's jewelry since 1990. There you go, there's a good slogan. Putting fire to your jewelry since 1990. Well, you know what? I'm wondering if my propane tank has finally ran out of fire because it was almost empty. And that's going to suck. I have another one here to change, but might have to pause the video, go change that out, and come back. I hope that's not the case. But it might be. Don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, she's empty. That thing's on 0. Alright guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to change this tank out real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, we got our new tank set up here. Got it changed out. Now, what we're gonna have to do is let's check the pressure on this. I need to start this torch up real quick. Fire this bad boy up real fast. And I need to let it burn for a second just to see what the pressure is going to be. I accidentally knocked this. This is where you adjust your pressure on the regulator, and I knocked it a little bit. So I just want to make sure it's not, you don't have to have it crazy high. I usually keep mine at about 5 on the regulator. Yeah, it looks like it's staying at about 5, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, just wanted to be sure. Alright, we got us a new tank on, guys. Now we can go back to what we were trying to do. I knew that tank was fixing to run out anyways, but hey, it's part of the job, right? Alright, we need to go ahead and, this has sat a while, so we need to go ahead and re-dip this in boric acid denatured alcohol. And let's set her on fire. Let that burn off. That puts a nice little fire coating around it for us. Helps with the heat scale. Okay. Then we're going to cut us a piece of white solder here. Let's see if we can do a video without dropping any solder. That's the challenge. I think I've dropped solder in just about every video so far, but that's okay. That shit happens all the time. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's why I said it's just good to have a desk underneath to catch it, a lot of that stuff. Because you will be dropping stuff. It's just part of the game. Alright guys, let's see if I can't get you guys zoomed in here. And we're going to see if we can weld this bad boy without dropping the solder. Let's go ahead and grab our solder here. And let's just see what happens. Is a piece going to blow out on us? I don't know. Oh, it has been sized before. It has been sized before. And you can see some of that. It's the only bad thing about women's rings. They usually put a lot of lotion and stuff on, so you see that smoke burning out from the bottom there. You can put it in the ultrasound and clean it the most you can, but you can't get it all out of there. So when you put heat to it, it's going to burn off. I'm just adjusting the flame real quick. Yeah, I might be getting a little better at keeping the camera in focus, guys. Maybe. Boy, that did not go. Let's see. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. All right. It started to try to move on me, but I think we got it where we want it. Let me zoom you guys back out here. I think we got it where we want it. Let's see, did it go all the way through the bottom? Yeah, it went all the way through the bottom. We are good. We are good. It has been sized before, but thank God they used hard solder, not easy or medium, because that piece would have blew out. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can zoom you guys in here. If you look, dang, I don't know that you guys can see that. So you see that there's like a line. That's where it was soldered before. Now if that wasn't hard solder, that piece would have blew out. So I'm wondering, this might have been one that, since it comes from Valupon, it might have been one that I sized before. So we didn't have to worry about that piece blowing out, but every time I see it sized, I'm always worried, because if they use easy or medium solder, it presents a different challenge. You might have a piece blow out, and then you gotta start over. But luckily, we didn't have that problem. So these are diamonds, so we're not worried about throwing that in water. And let's take a look at what we have so far. Looks a little ugly right now, but it will not be that way for too long. Let's see, let me turn my torch off here. Let's see. Let's get this rounded out and see what size we're going to be sitting at here. And we're using a rubber mallet. We're not using a ball peen hammer to round this out. Don't want to use a ball peen hammer, especially on the sides, because they're hollow. Close. Yeah, it's stuck on there. Just give it a little tap. That'll, like this, and that'll loosen it up. We're still just tapping, rounding it out. Hitting it hard with this is not going to hurt it. Now if you were using, let me find it. There it is, ball peen hammer. Now if you were using this, that would be bad, because then you're just going to smash the ring. We're not trying to smash it. We're just trying to round it out. They call it a rubber mallet. That's what you would call it. Oops, she's stuck on there again. Not quite, almost. Pretty darn close. All right, so we're almost at 8. We're like a tight 8 on both sides. So before I go doing any more trying to straighten it out or anything, I need to try and let's clean the inside and get this all. I want to clean the inside just a little bit, because when you clean the inside a little bit, you get a little bit of room there. So let's go ahead and do that first real quick. Let's go ahead and change our thing out here. We're just using like a semi-aggressive rock on the inside of the ring. see we're right on an 8, just about. Yep. Right on an 8. She is an 8. Yeah. Right on the money. Absolutely. So, all right. So now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and file this top part down and straighten these sides out. So we are going to switch to a different rock here to do the outside. And now we need to, so we got that filed down pretty even there. Now what we need to do is file the sides down. Now remember, when you're doing the sides, you don't have to push hard. Just very lightly run it across. Basically what you want it to be even, so that you can't even tell where the seam is that it was put together at. That's pretty much the goal that we're trying to achieve, like that. See, like on this side, you can see that seam there. This side, it's a little more blended in. We still got a little more filing to do on it though. And then we need to do the top part here a little bit. We're just trying to file the corners so that they're even, they're smooth. All right, let's go to the other side here. We're getting there. And then we need to rake across the top here a little bit. Kind of even that out. All right, guys. So we got that. We got the sides even. Let's go ahead and smooth the inside out. Let's flip our wheel here. Flip to another wheel here. All right, let's check the size again here. One more time. It's an 8. It's an 8. So we are an 8. Now I hate to say this, but usually when I size rings, after I'm done, I make sure I take a picture of it on my mandrel that it is the size it is, because some of these stores they use like plastic mandrels and they don't really tell the size, and sometimes they'll be a quarter size, half size, or even a whole size off. So like on my mandrel it'll say 8, and on their mandrel it'll say 9 or 9 3/4 or 9 1/2. So that's just something I would do. Make sure you take a picture what size it is on your mandrel, because all the mandrels are different. You always got to make sure you got ring sizes and mandrels that match, and make sure they have the right size. You always want to try to use a metal mandrel if at all possible. You don't want to use these plastic ones. So that's just something to keep in mind. And we got the inside all smoothed out now. Zoom you guys in there. You see we got the inside all smoothed and done there. So let's go ahead and smooth the outside and the sides now. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. And we're just getting a lot of the fine scratches out of the top here. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and do the sides here. Just kind of doing the inside to get that rough edge so you don't have that jagged edge there. Now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side here. Get a lot of these light scratches out of here. Then we're going to do the inside like we did the other. Try to smooth out the roughness on the inside there. Alright guys, I think we are pretty much where we want to be. So we got the side all taken care of. We got the bottom or top taken care of. We got the inside taken care of. Let's check our size one more time. 8 on the money. 8 on the money. So I'm gonna go drop this into ultrasound real quick, and then we'll go polish this thing up. And then y'all seen what it looked like in the video before, and I want you to look at it when it's naturally polished. White gold's naturally polished in its natural form. I just think it looks 1,000 times better personally. And some of the stores, once they've seen the difference, they agree with that. Like I said, rhodium plating is nice and everything. It lasts a while, but you're going to have to re-rhodium plate it about every year, every couple years. And like I said, if you're yellow gold plating, forget about it. Yellow gold plating does not last like rhodium plating does. It lasts maybe 6 months if you're lucky. And that doesn't matter where you go. If you get it plated yellow gold, it just does not last like rhodium. But let's go ahead and clean this up. We'll go polish it. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back with that ring. We're ready to go ahead and get her polished up. And let me adjust my camera here a little bit. Ready to get her polished up. And like I said at the beginning of the video, let me know which one you leave in the comment. Let me know which one you like better. Do you like the naturally polished or the rhodium plated? You let me know. But I think you're gonna find you like the naturally polished better. But here again, it may just come down to taste. Everybody's taste is a little different, you know what I mean? But just about everybody I've shown the difference to would rather have it naturally polished. Alright guys, let's go ahead and do the inside of the ring real quick. Alright guys, I think it's not as shiny as it will be once we get all this rouge off of it. But I think we are done polishing. Yeah, looks good, looks good. There we go. Okay. Alright guys, I think we are polished up, and we're going to go drop this in ultrasound, and then I'll come back, we'll look at the finished product, and you guys can let me know in the comments which one you like better. Do you like the rhodium plated look, or do you like the natural polished white gold look? You let me know in the comments. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back with that ring. You let me know. You go back to the beginning of the video and look at it now. Do you like the naturally polished, or do you like the semi-rhodium plated? Now, we're not rhodium plating this because they want it naturally polished, and it looks better naturally polished. And it saves them $50 from having to get it rhodium plated, which isn't going to last but maybe 2 years at max, most. And personally, I think the natural polished white gold look just looks better. That's just me. But we got this size from about an 8 1/4 to an 8 now. If you'd like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which look you like better. You like the polished look, or do you like the rhodium plated look? You let me know. But this is another repair down. If you'd like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you'd like to help donate to the channel, that would be appreciative, but it's not required. I appreciate you guys watching. The link for that will be down in the description. And make sure you like and subscribe. Don't miss a video when I post. And oh, and also, sorry, forgot the important part. If you'd like for me to do your repairs, if you would visit me on my Etsy shop, the link for that will be down in the description as well. And I'll do your repairs and most likely make a video on your repair. Like I said, I got one coming from Texas. Arkansas Parkway, Texas, something like that, or yeah, someplace I never heard of in Texas. But we got one coming. That one's going to be a silver ring. It needs a whole new shank put on it, and hopefully we'll be able to film that one. And that one, I'm not sure when it'll be coming. They're sending it now. I probably won't arrive till next week sometime. So it's probably going to be later next week before that video comes out. I'm sure I'll have more before then, but just look forward to that one, because that one will be coming. And I appreciate you watching, guys. This is another repair down, and we'll have many more to come. This is the Gangster Jeweler, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.